My name is Nkosi Zwelivelile Mandela. I'm a delegate from South Africa who has joined the Global Sumud Flotilla, and we are here in Túnez, Tunisia. For us, the legacy that my grandfather, His Excellency President Nelson Mandela, leaves behind is intertwined with the struggle of the Palestinians during our darkest days in the struggle for liberation. Whilst our leaders were in apartheid South Africa jails, such as my grandfather and his comrades, they drew immense inspiration from the Palestinian struggle. They faced one of the superior military regimes with bare hands, sometimes with stones. And it became very important that when he was released, he was able to visit the Palestinians in Gaza in 1995 and respectively in 1997. He made a real commitment to them, saying that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinian people.
Yasser Arafat, Colonel Gaddafi, Fidel Castro support our struggle to the hilt. They do not support it only in rhetoric. They are placing resources at our disposal for us to win the struggle. But they must know what our stand is. Arafat is a comrade in arms, and we treat him as such.
These comrades you speak of are not just comrades but brothers in arms. They supported us in our darkest days of the struggle for liberation. And now that I'm a free man, I will never turn my back on them. So this is the commitment he had to the Palestinians. We have become the generation that has picked up the baton where he left off, knowing very well that the Palestinian struggle was one of those that were close to his heart. And we will do everything in our means to liberate Palestine in our lifetime. We applaud our President, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, and the former Minister Naledi Pandor and Ronald Lamola for having been able to take apartheid Israel to the International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Court. And for the first time over the 77 years of Nakba, they are being held accountable for these atrocities that they've meted out against the Palestinian people. For us, beyond our continent, we had to also rely on the global community. First, we approached governments to support our cause, and they failed. And this is why we shifted from governments and focused on civil society. The anti-apartheid movement grew and became an instrumental force in support of our cause. Many of us, and I recall at a young age, I must have been about 12 years old, joining the Londoners in front of South Africa House in Trafalgar Square and protesting there. But these protests really became a formidable force in rallying support for our cause. In Ireland, you had a young woman by the name of Mary Manning, a 21-year-old working at Dunnes store, who refused to handle grapefruit that was coming from South Africa. And in a defiance, she walked out. 12 of her co-workers walked out with her. At the time, none of them knew what the impact of this simple act would become. And soon, that became a global campaign, and many people across the globe refused to support any products and any ships that were coming from apartheid South Africa. Dock workers became instrumental. We saw in Manchester, in Liverpool, in Lagos, including San Francisco Bay, dock workers refused to handle any products or any ship that was coming from South Africa. This is what worked for us as South Africans, and what we draw from those experiences today is what we are utilizing in order to advance the Palestinian struggle. We are here in Tunis, in Tunisia, as humanitarian activists because governments have failed. The live genocide that is being perpetuated against our Palestinian brothers and sisters in Gaza and occupied territories in the West Bank has moved all of us to do all that is necessary in order to hold apartheid Israel accountable. This global Sumud flotilla has rallied 44 countries to bring the much needed humanitarian aid into Gaza. Those that are at home, we are calling on them to share this journey, to ensure that we utilize the social media to get the message out. Many of our comrades in the GSF have been told that you will be treated as terrorists and you will be subjected to terrorist cells. We are sending a clear message that no threats can deter us from delivering the aid to Gaza. Palestinians, if there's anything they've taught us, is to remain steadfast. And as the international solidarity movement and as activists that are coming together under the umbrella of the Global Sumud Flotilla, we will make sure that we do not despair.